Hi, everybody. This is Sandy. I am coming to you. I wanted to show you Google Meet and some features on Google Meet. I know Jerry sent out a caution today to everybody about using Zoom, and I know a lot of people were having some success with that, so I wanted to get this out to you guys. I think you'll find that a lot of things on Google Meet are very similar with Zoom once we work through it. And I like Google Meet because everything's handy and it's right there, and I like easy, and I like things that are easy to find. So hopefully when you see this, you'll agree with me that this is easy to use as well. I am going to share my screen real quick so that you can see what I'm seeing. So you can see my screen. And we can walk through the features of Google Meet. I'm going to start down here on this little bar here, and I'm going to start over here on the side. So I'm going to click on that. This is where you can find some information about the meeting that you're in. So for instance, if you needed to send out the link, you can just click here and it automatically puts it on your clipboard. If someone needed to dial in because their connection wasn't really good, this is the phone number they could use and the PIN to get into the meeting. I have been on a few meetings where some people had to do that and did it by phone, and that worked. So all that information is right down here on the side. At the bottom here is your microphone where you can mute or keep it on, right? This is where you can hang up. This is where you can turn the video on or not. So there's me. We'll keep it off. So we've got the little, I'm up here with my little dragon. Also down here are some other neat options. Get this little toolbar to come back up. All right, so we can turn on closed captionings right here, and it records what we are saying, and it puts it down. Now my bar's in the way, so you're not seeing it. Let me do it. Okay, so you can see it records it if you needed that. I can turn that off. Okay, I'm presenting right now, so I wanted to show you that in order. And this is a really neat feature that I found very useful when helping people troubleshoot things or when working together. So if you click on this button, right now it says stop presenting, but it'll say present, and it says, do you want to do just a window or your entire screen? I always click the entire screen. I think that's a preference thing. But it allows you to show your screen to the other person. So for instance, if you have a parent who's having trouble with something on their computer, or a student with having trouble with something, you can do a Google Meet and you can actually walk through it and troubleshoot it together and talk through the problem, or have them share your screen and see what you're doing so they can see what they need to do. So it's a really neat feature. So that's what I'm doing right now. Over here are more options. I'll click that, and this shows you some different options. At the top it says stop recording. Well, that's because I'm recording it right now. You can click right there, and that's where you can record it. It also shows over here that I'm recording it to everybody, so you know. And one of the things that I like about the recording and I liked about Google is it automatically creates, and I'll show you in my Drive a little bit, a folder for Google Meets in your Google Drive, and it automatically sends me an email as soon as we're done. Well, it takes a few minutes, but it sends you an email with a link to the video so that you can quickly send it out. It's really nice. This change layout helps change your view if you're wanting to change your view. I know some people were worried about their view and being able to see everybody. So that is a simple add, and it's an extension for Chrome. So if you just go to Google and you Google, actually, let me go back a page. If you go to Google and I just Google Grid View for Chrome extension, it's the first thing that comes up, Google Meet Grid View. You click on that, and then mine now says, because I already have it, removed from Chrome. But right here, it'll say like add extension or add to Chrome, something like that. You just click it, click through it, and then it adds it. You can see it up here. Here's some of the different add-ons that I have. This is Screencastify. I'll send that out in a little bit, but this is the Google Meet Grid View. Also, when I go back to our Google Meet, you can see it up here. So if I click on that, that turns it on and off so that you can have multiple people on the call. Earlier today, I had I think there was around 15 people on a meet that we were on, 15 to 20 people, and we could see everybody, and it was really nice, and it wasn't hopping around, and there's no seasickness here. So it worked really well. So you want to make sure you download that for sure. Also up here, while I'm up here, this is where I typically add people. So if you click on that, you can click add people. It pops up. And if I wanted to add John to the meeting, I just start typing his name in. It comes up. I can click on him, and it sends him, automatically emails him and sends him an invite to join the meeting. That's one way of doing it. Also over here is your chat box. So if you have everybody muted, here you can manage your people and mute them and unmute them. And on the chat box, if you're wanting to see what someone is typing, or if you wanted to chat, that's where you do that. So it's all real handy right there on you. Everything's for you on this. One of the things that I really liked about this also that I wanted to show you is that it's simple to create and find the links to the Google Meet. So I'm going to show you my calendar. This is just my Google Calendar. And so like today we had an office meeting with all the office staff, Google Meet this morning. I can click on that, and right here it just says join Hangout Meets. You just click on it, it automatically pops it up and takes you to it. So this is where it starts, what it looks like to start it. I'm going to go back over here. If I wanted to create a new one, like say I wanted to schedule one, I'm going to just click it. It pops up. Say I wanted to class meeting. I want to create it on April 7th, and say we want to create it at 8 o'clock p.m. Not that we want to be working at 8 o'clock p.m. But we create that. And then down here, it just says right here, this little camera guy here is add conferencing. You click that, click Google Meet. It automatically does it for you. So it automatically creates your meet. It automatically creates your link to it. You can add guests. So if I wanted to add John to this, I'm just going to click his name. And then when I click save, it'll automatically send him an email with that invite in it, which is real handy. So it's on my calendar now if I want to look for it. And and it's on John's email too. I hope he joins us. So if I want to go to it to meet it, I can pull up my calendar. I can click on that. It's going to pull this up just like I showed you a second ago. It shows that no one else is here and that I can join now. So I can click this join now, and it puts me in a new meeting. And it's titled class meeting over here, and it puts me in a new meeting. So I'm going to close this because I don't really want two of them going at the same time. But I think that that's just real handy, like John would say, like in a pocket in a shirt or something like that. I don't know, whatever his saying is. Okay, and so then the other part that I wanted to show you, if you're not familiar with calendars or you don't use your calendar like that, you can add this to your little Rubik's Cube. So anytime you're on any of it and you're wanting to get to your different Google extensions, you can add it to your Rubik's Cube, and it's right here. So you can click on Meet and it'll pop it up. This shows you, and like whenever I get on it for the day, it shows me what my meets are for the day. It keeps them right there, so I can just click on it and join it right there. So it's real handy, very nice. Now I did want to show you the drive and show you what it does in the drive. So this is my drive, and it automatically does this. You don't have to set it up. It automatically does it. So in my drive, it is called Meets. Where are you? Oh, right here. I can't. It would have been a snake. It would have bit me. Meet recordings right in the middle. So I click on that, and all of them pop up right here that we've had so far. So all of our announcements and things have been on here. These are just the recordings from the Google Meets. Like I said, it automatically does it. I have been adding these to YouTube to make it easily shareable. And it's just uploading it from this folder that is automatically done for us. All right, well, that's the ins and outs of Google Meets. I hope this worked for you and helped you. If you have any questions, like always, feel free to give me a call or buzz or join me for a Google Meet and we'll walk through it. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for all that you do.